What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Being Viewed as an Angry Dad. See, for you fellas out there with fathers, y'all been down this road. You're going to be, because you're a disciplinarian for one, you're going to be viewed as the angry dad. And for all you non-custodial fathers, it has a different nuance to it also. They have their saying, happy wife, happy life, right? And unfortunately, that mentality spills over into parenting for a lot of fathers where the mothers of their children want you to make them happy, or they're going to use their child to make your life a living hell. It is what it is. But you're going to be viewed as the angry dad by the way you react to situations that if the shoe was on the other foot, anger would be a normal response. What do I mean by this? If somebody takes your child, ups and moves, basically disappears, changes their address, changes their phone number, changes their city or state, and now you gotta basically go on a hunt to find your child where they're at. Your response of anger when you find them is going to be viewed as you being an angry dad. You might not have talked to or seen your child for months or maybe a year, maybe years. But if the shoe was on the other foot, anger would be a reasonable response, right? For you guys who have dealt with situations where you constantly see your child not being taken care of by a person who's doing all this fighting to say that they're going to take care of your kid, your response is going to always be viewed as you being an angry dad because your kid is malnourished or obese or not clean or not groomed properly or they're not taking the education part seriously, so they're miseducated. When you have issues with these things, you're going to be viewed as an angry dad because how dare you? But if the shoe was on the other foot, no, it wouldn't be it'd be a normal response. If if a person meets a new person, if your child's mother meets a new guy or a girl nowadays, and they figure because they showed up that they manipulate the situation as to no, we're gonna push you out because we're in love. And your response is like, man, if you don't get out of here with that nonsense before somebody get hurt, you're going to be viewed as being an angry dad. And for some people, this happens numerous times. They meet numerous new love interests and try this to over and over and over again until the kid actually gets tired of it and is like, oh yeah, this is my new daddy for the 14th time we've been down here. But your response to this is going to for somebody to deem like they can replace you is going to be viewed as being an angry dad. If a parent teaches their child or children to lie to their father or try to manipulate their father or be disrespectful to their father, and their father is not having that, instead of being looked at as a parent that is doing right by their kid and is being a disciplinarian and is teaching their kid right from wrong and is not going to allow a child to be a liar, deceiver, or disrespectful, you're probably going to be viewed as an angry dad because anger is part of that normal response. But like I said, if the shoe's on the other foot, it would be understandable. So it happens, fellas. It happens. If how can I say this? if your if your family is alienated from your child, not just from you, but from your family, like your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, you know, and 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 you have an issue with that, and your kid comes around their family, and their family isn't necessarily, that's not my family. Like, yeah, that is. Uh-uh. You're gonna have an issue with that, and at some point that's gonna make you angry, but you're gonna be viewed as being an angry dad. And usually, when you're viewed as an angry dad, you're more so viewed as a detriment to your child because of whatever, right? Um, if you're in a situation where you're a protector of your child, and your child is getting put into situations where they're left unprotected, and or can be abused by your child's mother, your child's mother's family, your child's mother's boyfriends or whatever like that, girlfriends or whatever, or friends, and you turn into a protector, and heads may or may not roll. You're going to be viewed as an angry dad. And if the shoe was on the other foot, it would just be a protective mother. But that's part of how it goes, right? They're going to call the police. And I've talked about this before. I even wrote it in my book. Depending on your race, your size, your age, even your body type, you're going to be put into boxes that may make it worse than it actually is, or view it as worse than it actually is. So the more intimidating you're perceived as, the more of an angry dad you'll be viewed as. But you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad. The more you are a disciplinarian or of your child, when it's necessary, not when it's unnecessary, when it's very much so necessary, you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad. When you're setting boundaries, this is not gonna happen. If you try this move here, I'm telling you, it's gonna go left. We not having that around here. We ain't playing those games around here. When you have to take it there, you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad. If the shoe's on the other foot, no. You just being a parent doing the best that they could, right? Or trying to teach their kid right from wrong. Is what it is. To your children, to your child or children, you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad, because sometimes fathers are put in situations where the kid is used as a pawn to generate all of that other parent and family's anger toward that person. So the kid doesn't realize they're being sent off on a I hate you mission. But when you have to check your kid by that, even in your child's eyes, you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad, because how dare you check me for me being out of line? But some of these kids don't know they're out of line, because they think it's acceptable to be out of line towards dad because they were given a green light by mom. And then when they hit that wall of, oh, we ain't playing this, see what you want punishment, you getting a whipping, whatever it's gonna be, right? You're gonna be the bad guy. You're gonna be viewed as angry dad. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, people in society were like, no, that's what you're supposed to do. Your kid ain't supposed to just come here mad, and you shouldn't have, as the other parent, sent this kid there with an attitude because you got an issue with him. That's really you're the problem, not the kid, not the other parent. But you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad. When it comes to a provider, you're going to expect a certain amount of respect if you provide a certain amount of comfort. And when you don't get that, and you have to assert yourself, it's going to be viewed as an angry dad. You ain't doing nothing. Really, I'm not doing nothing. You need to be doing more. It really doesn't matter how much more you do. You just they just want the money, and nobody's really gonna. Everybody will take a pay raise, but even you could raise it to $1 million a month, they're gonna still act a fool. As you know, the higher you raise it to, the higher your ability to take care of a child, you're really gonna be disliked even more because you can live comfortably with or without with taking care of your child as an expense. So you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad. You know, it is what it is. It's not right. It's unfair. Life isn't fair. But that's the way it's gonna be. Like I said, if you change it and you put the shoe on the other foot, it's a very reasonable response. But unfortunately, legally in society, it's not right. You know. As a matter of fact, even in the court system, if you recorded being a disciplinarian to your kid or checking them, you're going to be viewed as an angry dad. Now, if you record a mother disciplining their child or being angry towards their child, not being angry, but disciplining their child or checking their kid, they're not going to be viewed the same way. We've seen this numerous times on YouTube when they have a father whipping a kid. Oh, he's abusive. We have a mother whipping a kid. Oh, she's being a great mother. She's saving them from their future if they were going to be criminals. You know, it's the same thing. But you're going to be viewed as an angry dad. And, you know, that's the way society works. I'm going to end this in a second. When you've gone above and beyond to make sure your kid gets a leg up in life and a better leg than you got, and they were taught to be dismissive of your efforts or be disrespectful when it comes to your efforts, or not understand the magnitude of the work that goes into your efforts, and you have to really let them know what it is, because you poke a hole in that entitlement energy, you're going to be viewed as an angry dad, because, you know, they don't have a reference point from how you came up and to how they came up, or how you were raised to how they were raised, and you know, what is your code of conduct and what is their cleared code of conduct, because sometimes the code of conduct changes for a kid because they have two different parents, two different sides of the family, blah blah blah, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And they do this constant back and forth thing before they actually choose a direction. So if you two are not in alignment and y'all code of conducts don't mesh, or y'all not on the same code, what's gonna wind up happening is you're gonna be viewed as an angry dad for sticking to your code. And another thing, they're going to be people with him that might comment on this video, if you would have married the mother, and if you would have did this with the woman, and if you would have did that with the woman, you wouldn't have these problems. These are the root people who cause you to be viewed as an angry dad. Because this is not, I'm talking about parent and child part, or how a parent-child relationship is made dysfunctional. And people are going to interject if their feelings were met, if they were getting hugs and kisses, if they got attention from a father, it would be different. Or for, you know, and even if you have, and you can morph that into, you know, if you get with another woman and she feels like, you know, because she's a woman and the other child and your child's mother's a woman, they need to work. You know, it could go either way with this though. You know, I can work with her because she's a woman, and she'll work with me because she's a woman, and we're gonna be like a team woman, and we're gonna interject you. We have the power to interject you into your own child's life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be viewed through the spectrum and the eyes of angry dad, even though that situation is disrespectful even in its foundation. But even that doesn't work out at times, because some people, I don't want another woman around my child, blah, 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 or, you know, because then there's animosity because she wants to be with a man type of thing. So ultimately, in a lot of situations, understand, fathers, that you're going to be viewed at as angry dad. We out.